Some of these big multinationals really have had a hard time competing with the eBay marketplace. I'm not going to name the small ones, but like, hey, we're going to do a marketplace, blah, blah, blah. It's not going to work because Fanatics Collect is having a hard time building a marketplace. Walmart's having a hard time building a marketplace. I don't even know how a small marketplace is going to compete when the big guys can't take a bite out of the apple yet.
Sometimes it's all about the card. No, it's about the experience of keeping up with your collection digitally on the Luddex app. Coming to a retail experience like the Luddex card store or collector station. There's a ecosystem here of these things that doesn't just start and stop with a box of cards. That's what's exciting. For everyone that's into collecting and ripping cards, it's fun. You got to enjoy the journey.
In the end, that's how this industry grows. And I'm going to try not to say hobby this year, and I'm going to say industry.
I know.
I'm going to try it and see what happens.
It's hard.
Welcome to the Collector Nation podcast on the Radcast Network. From chasing grails to calling bluffs, we're going inside the hobby. Are you ready to collect? Let's get at it. Here's your host, Ryan Alford.
Hello, and welcome to Collector Nation here on the Collector Nation Network. Powered, loved, handled, groomed by Luddex. And of course, I can't think of enough words. Power's just overplayed. It's just like, But it's the home of Luddex content, the Luddex kingdom. We're just proud to be a part of it. That's why I got Brian Ludd right here in studio every Friday. Me and Brian are going to break it down. Hey, there's so much to talk about, Brian.
Bear down.
Bear down, dude. What? I tell you what, the cardiac kids, like fourth quarter magic. It's unbelievable. And I kind of knew it was coming. I was watching. I was like, I think Caleb's going to do it again. I think he's going to do it again. And what was it, 26 points in the fourth quarter? Was that how many it was?
25, I think. But yeah.
Who's counting? 1 point. Oh, my God. And you were there.
I was there. And it was insane. Like, but this team has has that comeback mentality. So like the fans a year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, we would have left. But no one left, and it happened again. So this week's interesting because it's on Sunday night, and the real field temperature, -7.
Woo.
So
I've seen
teams come to Chicago that are much better than the Bears, and they just can't play. It's like a shock to their system. They can't run, they can't catch. They can't tackle. I mean, the LA Rams don't even know what -7 feels like.
No. -7.
I think I heard that Matthew Stafford in temperatures under 40 degrees is like 2-10.
Yeah, he's a Georgia boy. I mean, he went to Georgia. I don't know where. I think he might have grown up in Georgia.
Yeah, well, then Dome and Detroit, and then, LA.
LA. That guy's... Yeah, we'll see.
What do you think about the Bills?
That was a tough game to watch. I love it because Josh is my guy. But, being a Clemson guy and my boys loving Jacksonville, we were watching, and it played out to the T of what I expected. I kind of thought, I will admit that I was kind of expecting Jacksonville to maybe win the game because I knew it was going to be tight and playing at home. But then once I kind of got into the first quarter, I said Buffalo will win, and Josh will rip my kids and the Jaguars' hearts out. I pretty much called the entire fourth quarter down to the last play. Called the interception. It was annoying, even myself, because I watched Josh. I know Josh. I knew the zone he was in and how he was taking care of the ball and calling the right plays. And Jacksonville was a little predictable, kind of, and they scored, and the Buffalo defense was a little shaky at times, but they always are. I mean, it was like, I've just watched enough Buffalo games, those battles with Mahomes. And look, I love Trev. I love him, but he ain't Mahomes. And if he wants to be in the thin air of elite, he threw 2 really bad picks. You can say the last one, be doing the tight coverage. Like, do a dump down. Like, you got 1 minute. Yeah, you got to move fast, but don't put it in jeopardy the first play and take yourself completely out of it. And, it was predictable. So that's like my disappointing side with, Trev and Jacksonville. But look, I mean, Buffalo wins. What's the what's the state of the hobby? Like, I know you're working a lot of deals and you're doing things that CEOs do at tech companies that happen to be in the hobby. But what's the lay of the land right now in the hobby?
For a couple deals, I saw the Arena Club did a deal with the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah.
And I know that they're looking at other teams, professional teams. I think they want to just, have a presence in there of giving away like a mystery pack or whatever game.
Yep.
So I think, that feeds into the mainstream. Like it continues to get more mainstream.
Yeah.
And I think that,
You're talking with other executives, like maybe, or to other people that are running companies within the hobby or the collectible space. I know you talk to Walmart, you talk to eBay, and you're talking with, other niche providers. What's sort of the sentiment?
I think the sentiment, there's like, because it's the industry, like we always talk about, there's like micro industries inside of industries. What I'm seeing is that these big multinationals really have had a hard time competing with the eBay marketplace. And I'm seeing them making deals that are facilitating the growth of their marketplace. And I'm talking about Walmart and Fanatics. Those are probably the big ones. And here's the thing about it is the marketplaces that come out, I'm not going to name the small ones, but like, hey, we're going to do a marketplace and zero commission and blah, blah, blah. That's not going to work because Fanatics Collect is having a hard time building a marketplace.
Yeah.
Walmart's having a hard time building a marketplace. And so they're starting to get a little more strategic and, value partnerships. But I don't even know how a small marketplace is going to compete when the big guys can't take a bite out of the apple yet. It's a much, much harder than people think because you got three components. You got trust, you got volume, you got velocity. And if you have those three things, you're going to do okay. But it's not a place where you get rewarded for just opening the doors. What do you think? What's on your mind in the industry?
I'm a football card first guy, like me personally in the hobby. Obviously, the store will have everything, but like the draft class was so hot last year, and even they're carrying over with the rookies in the playoffs. And this year it's just so meh. Just to use that, it's like, and next year's looking very meh. And so I don't know, like that drives a lot of the hobby, at least at that particular card. So I think my radar's off a little bit of definite. I definitely, all the stuff I normally follow and the content I follow seems to be flowing. Everybody's still ripping packs and they're barking about $90, mega boxes with chrome basketball, but they still seem to be opening it and liking it. And I've opened a few of those. Fun rip. So, I don't know. I think people are still buying stuff. That's for sure. Hobby and collecting and what in this industry, like it's a pastime. It's like, it's become industry for you and me. You sooner than me, but now me. But for everyone that's into collecting and ripping cards, like that, it's fun. It's entertainment. So it needs to feel that way. It needs to live and breathe in an environment of community and hanging out and like enjoying it. And it's about, did I get a downtown? Did I get a kaboom? Did I get this? That's part of the excitement. But you got to enjoy the journey. And so I want to have a place where the journey of collecting is experienced and enjoyed.
And in the end, that's how this industry grows. And I'm going to try not to say hobby this year, and I'm going to say industry.
I know. Yeah.
I'm going to try it and see what happens.
It's hard.
Yeah, and I think the industry, why it's an important word is when these multinational companies are coming in, they're looking for companies that are industry, like are real industry brands, like they are going to grow this industry. They're not interested in hobby shops.
No.
They're not. And Fanatics isn't, Walmart isn't, eBay's not. These big guys, and we're not even talking about private equity or VC or whatever, but like these, like they want to reward people doing the future of this industry. They're going to reward those people. And I think that's why they're pulling back is they're like, that vision's not what we want. Pull that back. And they're going to reward the people that are pushing this into the next, generation.
Sometimes it's all about the card. No, it's about the experience, like of it, and of keeping up with your collection digitally on the Ludex app, of listing your cards on eBay that you don't want quickly through the Ludex app, through coming to a retail experience like the Ludex card store at the Texas Rangers Stadium or Collector Station. Like, it's the experience plus the cards. It's all of that. There's a ecosystem here of these things that doesn't just start and stop with a box of cards.
Yep.
And I think that's what's exciting.
Absolutely.
Speaking of all that, we got some winners, some risers of the week. I don't think these names will be completely, as we get in, we're really narrowing it down here once you get to the playoffs. It's kind of like you don't have 32 teams playing every week, and I don't think anyone would be totally shocked by these. The value shocked me a little bit on a couple of them. So I got the top 3 risers on Ludex. So the risers of the week, number 3, Matthew Stafford. His scans have increased 56%. That's a big jump. I know I've done this. We've done this enough now, Brian, that I know that's a pretty significant leap, isn't it?
Yeah, that's huge.
56% increase. His 2009 Topps Chrome Refractor rookie card at a PSA 10 at the beginning of December was $1,911 on 1/11.
Wow.
Holy moly. Less than a month. Like, that's like, my math's right, 40 days. We've got almost a doubling of value. Am I getting that right, Bella?
Yep, that's correct.
Bella Schaefer, executive producer extraordinaire, nearly doubled on this Matthew Stafford. Unbelievable. Dude, I needed to pick that up. Ryan, why didn't you tell me to pick up some refractor Staffords, man? Doubling up, man. That's like, what stock doubles in 40 days? Sign me up. Number 2, Brock Purdy. Not necessarily a surprise here either. Advancing in the playoffs on 12/17, or is that 12/1?
12/17, it went for $375, and as of 1/11, it went for $560.
Whoa, 32% scan increase, and I appreciate Bella for reading that. My contacts.
Yeah, thank you, Bella. We're
yeah.
holy.
It sounds better too, and my contacts are completely blurry. I got to go get my eyes tested. Ludex trending players. He was unranked, and he's now 54. Brock Purdy.
Yep, and then our last one is a 2024 Panini Prism Silver Caleb Williams, and it has had an 143% increase. On December 25th, it sold for $660, and as of 1/12, it sold for $800, bringing him from player number 34 to player number 5.
Oh, scan increase of that was a scan increase of 142%. That's a leap. The fallers, we'll go a little quicker on these. Number 3 faller, A.J. Brown.
Yep, he has had a 5% decrease. 830, it sold for $120, and as of 1/7, it has sold for $85, bringing him from player ranking 173 to 219.
He's a complex individual. I don't know what to say about him, but it just seems like certain players always sort of like ruffle feathers. And
It's always receivers or like cornerbacks. Or it's like the defensive cornerbacks or the receivers. It's like me.
Yep. Jordan Love.
He has
number 2 dropper.
Yep, he's had a 32% decrease in scans, and at 12/20, his card sold for $540, and as of 1/11, it has sold for $455, bringing him from player number 89 to player number 172.
Yeah,
Jordan not feeling the love. We really feel bad about this one. We don't. But Jordan played pretty well, I thought, actually.
Played amazing.
I didn't think he had anything to do with the loss, but necessarily. And I buy his card. I think he's a hell of a player. But, that's just investment talk. I'd love for him not to be on the Packers, but, I do think he's a good player. But as a Bears fan, and I was a Bears fan before I knew Brian, they're kind of my other team. I grew up watching WGN. If you grew up in Easley, South Carolina, that's all the freak you had to watch is WGN and TBS on the channel. So I was a Cubs and a Bears fan since 1985. So under the radar.
And you need an NFC team anyways.
Exactly. I got to share the love around. I mean, I will admit I will pull for Josh if it got down to I'd be okay with the Bears and the Bills. I mean, how great Bears Bills. I mean, the alliteration, the every as a marketer and a writer, there's so many things to like about how clean that is, and the logos and the hierarchy. Josh Allen versus Caleb Wood. I mean, there's so many storylines. How great would that be?
Yeah,
I mean, we have to go to that. Will we go to that Super Bowl if that's who played?
Yes, sir.
I think we
Hopefully
need to.
I'd get an invite.
Absolutely. You get a press pass.
Yeah, you get a press pass, Bella. We can't do anything without you, so we'll just go out there and screw everything up.
Justin Herbert's the biggest loser of the week. He dropped off quite significantly. His scans decreased roughly 10%.
Yep. 9% decrease and 1010. It's his card sold for $1,215, and on 1/1, it sold for $830. Yikes! And he went from player number 48 to player 235.
They just can't perfect him.
Yeah, nah, he needs some help around him. We'll see what happens.
I got one thing update on the collection. My storage units. So I have another 10 days before I have to say goodbye to those. The whole collection.
Wow.
So
what are you doing?
the card shop is going to purchase them for me. So Luddick's Card Shop is buying all 5 million cards from me.
Wow.
And so I kind of kept it in the family.
You did keep it in the family. You sold it to yourselves.
Ish.
Ish. Yeah. Welcome to corporate world. But yeah, Brian's the founder and a very large stock holder, but he has a lot of other owners now. So yes, he sold it to the card, which makes a ton of sense, dude. You need inventory.
Yeah. And also I seriously have looked, and I sent some videos to you.
Yeah.
I've looked through probably 15% of those cards.
Mm.
And every time I look through them, I'm pulling crazy stuff out. Especially now, 90s inserts are getting really popular.
Yeah.
So I pulled a couple of those low numbered ones, and those are awesome cards. PMGs.
Yeah.
What's that?
Did you find any Atlanta Braves classics that you should send me or anything? Okay,
I'm actually putting some of my chippers aside for you.
Hey, I love that. I was in the 80s, 90s, late 70s. I may age myself a little bit, 3 years old. I have some pictures. I was in an Atlanta Braves onesie or something. I don't know.
You still got them?
Yeah, I still wear it every now and then, or on my finger. Yeah, Dale Murphy onesie. I'm telling you, Bob Horner, Rafael Ramirez. All right, come on, don't even test me. Those are my boys. I was the real love of the industry was sparked by Sid Bream rounding the bases with the hobbling leg, the peg leg, whatever. Winning that is it World Series?
That was so slow.
Was that 91? I think so. 90, 91. Those are some good years, man. Good years. That's when the heart of the junk wax, unfortunately, when I was collecting the most cards, probably. But yeah, man, it's been a good week. A lot of things going on. We appreciate everybody for listening. And Brian, any final thoughts for everyone?
No, I'm good, my man. Always a pleasure.
Right. Yeah, man. Get back to it. Brian's building the new HQ for Luddex in Chicago. That's LUDEX. You need to go to the App Store, download the app. Thank me later. Telling you it's the best scanning app in the App Store. And for digital collection, for managing your eBay listings, there's a million benefits. And look, Brian's working with his team, who's a bunch of badasses every day, on new features, new functionality, and new things that are coming. You want to get in that ecosystem so you know what's happening. You'll get subscribed to their newsletter, all the content. They're doing amazing things. And we're proud to work with them. And I'm just proud to have them as a friend. I appreciate you, Brian.
Same back at you, buddy.
Hey,
Good
man.
luck this weekend.
Yes, we will. We will prevail. We appreciate you for listening. Go to thecollectornation.com. You'll find all the highlight clips, links to LuddX, links to all of my personal social media, and, of course, everything else that we've got going on. And go bear up, baby. Go bear up. Yeah. Coat up, suit up, sock up. Get those electric socks out, man. I'm going to be on my couch with a beer watching it. But either way, go Bears, go Bills. We appreciate you. We'll see you next time on Collector Nation.
Thanks for tuning in to the show. Don't forget to follow us on your favorite podcast platform. And don't miss the full video version on YouTube. You can find us at collectornation.com or follow Ryan on Instagram at Ryan Alford. Now get out there and collect yours.